So a very exciting announcement from Microsoft. Copilot in SharePoint is having new capabilities that are being brought to allow for more employee self-service to work with your content and your information. So if you've been using Copilot for Microsoft 365, you may have already started to see within your own environment Copilot for SharePoint experiences lighting up. Now, these are incredible experiences that allow you to richly create pages and sites and content and better work with the SharePoint feature set. However, there's also many times where you might be asking a question of Copilot and you know where the content resides. You know where it should be looking to get you that answer, and it doesn't quite look at the right place. In those circumstances today, the way we tackle it is we use plugins and we extend with Copilot Studio to create specific experiences, like a policy plugin that allows you to look and ask questions against all your policies across many SharePoint sites. And so in this way, we can, of course, today extend Copilot and calibrate the experience and improve it for employees. What's changing in the next little bit is there will be a new capability in preview later this year that allows you to more richly connect and integrate with SharePoint, specifically calibrating the experience so that it works better with your content. This means that employees can lead and optimize the experiences around Copilot, allowing it to better work with their content, their processes, and their needs. Now, this alone is quite exciting because, of course, new capabilities like this means an acceleration on something that's already driving the most value in Copilot deployments today, which is that exponential curve of process automation empowered by Copilot. But what's really exciting about this particular scenario is the fact that this is a need that many organizations are struggling to cope with today. The demand for Copilot plugins is insanely large. Extensibility around Copilot is a core prerequisite for success, even in the earlier stages of your pilot, because we want to make sure that the experience is optimized and that it helps satisfy those lowercase p process problems that we have across the organization. Now, the first question we always get from people when we start to talk about Copilot is how can this help with business documents? And there's so many ways that it can help with drafting, creating, making sense of, organizing, and of course, allowing us to understand our content. But it's important to understand where this fits within your broader strategy. Many times when people ask us these same questions about Copilot, they come up with scenarios where they're doing bulk processing of files, where they're doing things like working through content and trying to find the right way to both organize it and support it in key processes. Now, if you're trying to do that, it's important to understand that while Copilot is amazing, there's also a capability set in SharePoint Premium that does exactly that, allowing you to process through documents in bulk in an automated or semi-automatic way, which allows processes to then trigger based on that. So if this is new to you, the first thing to understand is when you roll out your Copilot pilot and you're using some of these capabilities around SharePoint, it's really important to also understand how SharePoint Premium complements that strategy. Now, the exciting thing with this particular change from Microsoft is that for many organizations, the people who have the domain expertise on those files are spread throughout the organization themselves. And they know what this particular Copilot experience should look like and how it should function. They want to calibrate it. But today, those tools, even if they're lowercase d development tools for extensibility around Copilot with custom copilots and plugins, even if those tools have pathways for them, they can be daunting. So having a more easy experience to create something as a good starting point, which just requires a few clicks to go back to the custom experiences in Copilot Studio that we can extend and enhance this, that is a really compelling value proposition. And if you yourself have not started to pilot these experiences around Copilot in your organization or started to think about that, what does that scaled rollout look like? This is a great opportunity for you to understand why is it so important that business leaders and business users, including employees, can create these experiences, that they can calibrate, tune, and improve Copilot. I hope you're as excited as I am about what employees are going to be doing with this new capability as we work towards that preview that you can all participate in, and you can start to see how this scales and helps us perform that bridging towards that exponential curve that AI in the digital workplace represents today. Thanks so much for your time.